name is Maddox. I'm the owner of Comb Together & Co. We opened Comb Together & Co. in March of 2024, so we just hit right over a year now. It sounds really crazy to say that, because up until just a few months ago I was just telling them that we just opened a few months ago, and then our 1 year quickly approached. But that's exciting, because we were able to fill up our year with just new exciting things, and that's really what the whole purpose of this space was for. So I'm grateful to be here, grateful to be in this space. I grew up here in Knoxville. I grew up near this area, so I'm grateful to be able to serve the community here. You really have to make sure that you have your support system with you. And before you make any kind of journey, or you embark on whatever your goals are, that you have your people surrounding you that are going to help you on your mission. And I've been really fortunate to be able to have that. A lot of our other queer spaces, a lot of other just great people, my clientele, etc. I've been really fortunate that they've been able to help me grow and push me and just support me along this way too, because they believe in what we're doing here and what our mission is. And again, I'm just really grateful to be able to be here for that reason. But really just making sure that you are surrounding yourself with the right people always, because if you take care of them, I'm a firm believer that they're always going to be taking care of me too. And if you're putting out the right things with them and doing right by them, then full circle it'll come back for you. One of the big ones is, of course, South Press Cafe. That was one of the biggest starts, I would say, that I have. Unfortunately, they just had their last day of operations yesterday, but that space was a big testament to what the Knoxville community needed and what that space could provide. And again, this is just a small pocket into the beauty industry and what Knoxville really needed, but it's my way of being able to help us in this space. And so we worked with South Press, throughout the entire time that they were here in Knoxville. We've also worked with other queer businesses. There's Port Tap Room that hosts drag brunch monthly for us, and we are very lucky to be able to set up a table there and do free hair tinsel and just really share with people that we have this space available. And if they ever need their hair colored, if they ever need waxed or a facial or anything done with their beard, that this is a space for them. And even if they don't need any kind of services at all, if they just need to come by and be amongst others in a safe environment, then they can come do that here too. The biggest lesson is to make sure, as you start to build and you start to grow beyond yourself and you develop a business, is that you are intentional about what your values are. And every company that you've ever worked for has always had a value system and speaks on those things, but the thing that I value here the most is that this is a collaborative, safe space, ultimately. And I really want every person to come here to have a fantastic experience, of course, but I want them to also leave here feeling lighter and feeling better than when they came here. And for the most part, I feel like we're able to capture that. And to be honest, that's why I got into this. Of course, I want to deliver a fantastic product. I want to make sure that the fade is fantastic, and for the most part, I put the education behind it. I put the time and work behind it. I paid a lot of attention to detail, but the biggest thing that I want to make sure is that I give them the right experience here. We're not a barbershop and we're not a salon. We're going to be expanding throughout the rest of the year into other services as well that I'm really excited about. But it's really just a space, and I'm hesitant to even say just a community space, but it's really just a space that everyone, and I truly mean that, everyone can come here for a relaxing service. And the goal is to just be able to fulfill a service for everyone, no matter what they need. And fortunately, I've been able to find the right people to be able to help me with that. And that's the most important part too, is not only just at a skill level, but they have to also understand what the mission is here, understand what the culture is here, and really believe in that and show that with every person that comes through the door. And I believe that I've really been able to harness that. You know, the first year has been exciting, but we've also, no doubt, gone through some challenges as well, but I wouldn't change anything at all. So we really tend to gender a lot of these spaces when we don't need to. We gender haircut pricing when we don't need to. We really push these things in these spaces that make most people feel uncomfortable, even though it should be one of the best feelings for us. It's one of those times when we typically leave the salon or barbershop, or we typically feel great, but a lot of us end up dreading the actual experience of being in the chair. And so for me, the biggest compliment is that when my clients come and see me, that they look forward to that the most, and that they feel the most comfortable when they're with me in my chair. The Google reviews are a big testament to that too, and that's when you scroll through them, you'll see very few, like, Maddox gave me a great haircut. And that's not me bragging on that. Of course I want to deliver a great haircut, but you'll see what the environment was here. You'll see that people felt uplifted, that I gave them transformation haircuts, which are my personal favorite, that I listened to them. And this isn't me bragging on myself, but this is what spaces should be doing. And so it's incredibly rewarding to be able to offer that to people, and it's unfortunate that it's taken to this point to be able to offer that as well, but I'm grateful to be here to be able to do that, and hopefully this will start to pave the way to show other, like, barbershops and salons that it doesn't need to be one way or the other way, that hair is hair, and a beauty salon can just be for everyone.